up, guys? DoorDash here, coming to you today with a ride-along video. We are going to be out for the day. It's about 2 o'clock. We're going to be out probably for the next 6 hours. I'd say, yeah, probably about six and a half hours. So the parameters of the day today, we're going to do a little bit of a challenge day, which is normal. Normally I multi-app. Normally I bring in all the different apps. Today we're going to do a DoorDash only challenge, where we're going to do it to the following parameters. I'm going to try to do 10 DoorDash orders, right? And the parameters of acceptance will be the following: $10 minimum, at least $1 a mile. And if it meets those two simple guidelines, I'm going to accept them. I'm going to do the first 10 orders that meet those guidelines. We're going to fire up the app right now, and I will break down the orders, what they come in at, and we will see the following. We have 6.5 hours to work. How much will we make? What is our average delivery order value going to be? What's our average order value going to be? And what is our work rate going to be? So we're going to see all of those things. I would love to see us generate at least $150 worth of gross revenue. I would like to meet a $100 net revenue, right, after all expenses, minimum. These are the minimums. And I would love to see $200 plus. But we will see if we can do it in 6 hours, if we can do 10 DoorDash orders worth $10 or more, $1 a mile. And we will see if we have to turn on. Now, I'm not eliminating the possibility of turning on other apps or running Spark or doing those things. I might be missing out on a lot of revenue today. Spark's already hit me up. I had it on for a minute and it already hit me up with some shops. But we're going to stick with the DoorDash end. I haven't done this in a long time, and we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to be working multiple markets, but that's going to be what I'm going to be looking for. We're about to power it up right now when we get into the market. My acceptance rate, if you're wanting to know what my ratings are, my ratings are 5 stars, 90% acceptance, 96% completion, 92% on time, and 3,409 deliveries. Those are the starting ratings. Let's see how we do today, and I will be back to report when we get that first order. All right, guys, DoorDash back here. So we didn't have to wait long. We got one offer before we got the offer that we're on. That was a 625 6-mile order. Obviously turned that down, did not meet standard. Next offer, very next offer, I'd say about 6 minutes later. We had to wait about 6 minutes after that offer, after that turned down, and we ended up with a $12 plus 4.5 mile order for Del Sol Cafe. So we are on our way to Del Sol Cafe right now. I actually was stopping off at Best Buy to go check out the new iPhone, which I hope will be coming soon to me, so I can use it and test it out for gig work. I'm looking forward to some of the new features, especially that new action button and what we can do with that. But anyways, that'll be for another video. We're on our way over there. Let's go make this pickup, and I will talk to you soon. Good deal. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yep. All right, guys. DoorDash here. We just got done making that delivery. Ended up with a very nice payout. $3.25, $12 tip, $38 order value. Miles to money was excellent. So overall, very solid order. Now, there was a few dead miles I had because I do count, you know, like when I turn the apps on, that's when I started counting. But, you know, if I started counting from where I accepted that first order, then you're talking about $3 a mile. So very, very, very solid start to the day. I'll be back to talk to you soon. All right, guys, just an update here. It's been a few minutes here. Got a couple offers. Nothing that we could do. They were all $3 offers. $3 going some variation of miles between 3 and 6 miles. So nothing I'm willing to even consider there, obviously, because it doesn't meet our parameters. All right, guys, we finally got our next order. Took us quite a while. We got off the last order at 2:28. It is now 3:08, and we just got in order. So it took us 30 minutes. And to say I'm not excited about what I got, that's an understatement. We ultimately ended up having to settle on was $13.75, so that's okay, but 12.7 miles going in a direction that I am not at all crazy about. And we will have some miles on the way back. Maybe we're stacking up. If I was using another app, I'd definitely try to stack it going down, maybe to see if there was something I could catch there. We're gonna do it, right? This is the challenging part. So order number 2, $13.75, killing us there though on the return. But we'll see what happens. Maybe there'll be something that DoorDash will need going in that direction. So it's for Papa John's. This Papa John's normally has their act together pretty good. We're gonna go down here, get the pizza or whatever it is that we're picked up. There's no plus sign, so I don't anticipate this changing. The only hope we have of improving this order would be if they added something to it when we got there, and we'll see if that happens. Anyways, thank you. All right, guys, that's back here. So we made that delivery. Payout was $4.25 for the base pay and $9.50 for the tip for a $25 order value. Ultimately, we ended up traveling 23 miles, and we haven't even got back to the main market yet. That's 23 miles from the first drop-off. So, all in all, terrible order in terms of the outcome and how everything shaped up numbers-wise. So now, I'm out of zone. Now I'm going to have to make my way back. I don't believe there will be, I'm not too far out of zone. I'm actually at the tip of the zone, but I don't believe there's much options here. But all right, guys, so it is a slow moving day. Just got done eating lunch at Chipotle. We finished that last order at what time? 3:40. It's now 4:39, and we just got done with lunch. Accepted a 12.25 7-mile Pizza Hut order. There's a Pizza Hut right around the corner from me, and we're gonna go down there and we're going to pick that up. So, you guys see that out there? It is raining bad. Also, little order was ready, so that's good. The rain is coming down. That's not good. And now I got to figure out how I want to get out of here. So I guess we're gonna have to come down around here and probably take a U-turn somewhere, which I hate doing. I hate this highway we're on. But we got a 9-minute drive with the U-turn figured in. All right, guys, DoorDash back here, and we did complete that order. Got it delivered, paid out $2.50 for base pay, $10 for a tip, and we ended up with a $34.09 order value. So, stopping off here at this Sheets up here. We're gonna run in here real quick and then be on the lookout for the next order. Hopefully we get it soon, and we'll see what happens. Talk to y'all soon. All right, guys, DoorDash back, and we have an order. So this is the type of order we needed. It's a type of order that is going to change the game if we can get it done and make this work for us. So, got done with the bathroom break, and we ended up with a 32.75 12-mile 21-item Wise Market shop, and we are going to go do that right now. All right, guys, DoorDash back here. Shop is finished. A couple of the highlights to talk about. Sun chips, number one. They got me. There's always an item or two that'll hide. These were hidden behind a bag of chips or other bags of chips. I eventually just happened upon them just as I was about to say, hey, we're going to say that this thing is not able to be found. and almost just gave up, but we didn't. I'm glad we kept at it, didn't give up, didn't surrender, and the customer now will get their Sun Chips as opposed to me saying they were not available. Secondly, Snickers got away from us. They had a 12-pack, not a 6-pack, and the app didn't give me an opportunity to substitute, so that is going to affect my fill rate negatively. Not that it really matters to me, because I don't do enough shopping pays normally on the DoorDash app to hit the 13 or 14 they want a week. And then the Clausen pickles at the end. I didn't realize, I now know Clausen pickles are refrigerated, and they are in the refrigerated section. Now I know this, and I had another issue with Clausen pickles in the past. Now I know I'll never have this problem again. I'll know where to look, and that's cool. So I guess they must be fresher than the other ones, or there's probably not preservatives or something put in them. I don't know. Anyways, we have a 12-minute ride. As I said, it wasn't going to be that bad of a ride to the customer. Anyways, guys, I will talk to you soon. I'll see you at the drop-off, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, Dad Dash here. We just completed that order and got a $20 tip and a $12.75 base pay. So there you go, guys. If you want to know where you can get big base pay at, you can get big payouts. They paid me $12.75 on top of the $20 tip. So DoorDash will pay for shopping pays, especially if they're larger items at some of the larger supermarkets. So that puts us at $74.25 in 4 orders. Now our miles is a little bit nasty, okay, which I already anticipated that would probably be the situation today. I thought that order might help a little bit. It didn't, but that just shows you how bad it is. We have accepted offers at $1.92, and we're down to 93 cents a mile. We've lost 99 cents a mile of value due to that. So that's something we got to correct. Normally I would correct that by maybe taking some shorter form orders, but today's a challenge. Today is to see big dollars, at least $1 a mile. Where does that end at the end of the day? And then, or do you need to mix? And again, you know, this is an experimental day, but these are the things you got to do to test things out. So we're 4 orders in, 6 orders to go. It's 6:33 as we speak right now. So we're running out of daylight, guys. I have 2 hours left to deliver 6 items, 6 orders at $10 or more. I'm not going to the market I was thinking about, because that would take me a half hour to get in there. I got to try to stay in the market I'm in, I hope, and I'll probably try to move down into my home market. So starting to get a little bit concerned. Money-wise, we're doing okay. We're tracking, as I said, a minimum standard would be walking home with $100. So net. Right now we're $74.25 gross revenue, $52.28 net cash flow after expenses, running at a 70.41% expense ratio. Now I want you to think about that. I've been running at a much better, sometimes as high as $2 a mile, and my expense ratio runs consistently between 66 and 68%. I'm driving more miles today, paying less in taxes, depreciating my car a little bit more, although I am setting aside 10 cents a mile for that and getting, of course, some tax breaks. But I'm at a higher expense ratio. In other words, I'm retaining more of my money. Interesting here, right? These are the little things you can look at when you're keeping track of your numbers. We're going to keep that in our minds as we're proceeding forward over the next 2 hours and see where that number lands as we proceed further into the evening. So the name of the game now is to go try to find 6 more orders and try to see if we can maximize our earnings over the next 2 hours. All right, guys, I will be back as soon as we find that next order. I hope you're enjoying today's ride along. I hope you're learning something. I hope it's been fun. If it is, hit that subscribe button for me right now if you've made it this far. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video with at least one person. I used to ask that in every video, with at least one person you think could gain value. We do that that. If we share videos, share tips, tricks, and strategies, we become better as a community. We become better drivers. We move our baseline up. When the baseline moves up, everybody's baseline moves up, especially when you're dealing with something as unique as the gig economy, because that means we're extracting more value from the apps. The apps are our competitor, not each other. Remember that, guys. And those of you out there, those channels out there that are telling you different, well, you know what? Consider the source, and consider what you want to listen to, and consider how you feel. Anyways, guys, I'll be back as soon as I have another order to talk with you, and I'll talk to you then. All right, guys. Took a little while, took a few turn downs, but we got our next order. $15, 10.5 miles. A little bit heavier on the miles than I'd like. I would have loved to have seen a catering order. It's not a catering order. It's 2 items from Sardi's, but it's taking us to an area that's got several restaurants around it that have catering potential and have the potential to give us an order right after we drop this off. So that's what I'm hoping for. This will be order number 5, and then my hope is we can flip into order number 6 without having to come all the way back down here. That's the strategy, at least. Hopefully the order's ready and we can get on top of this right away, because it's 6:52 right now as we speak, and we're running out of daylight, literally, both figuratively and literally, in terms of the challenge and in terms of the day. So here we go, guys. This will put us at around $87 when we get done with it, and you know, we're gonna keep plugging. So let's run in here, pick this food up, and I will be back. All right, guys. So
take the next left onto Railway Lane, then turn right onto Massey Boulevard.
As you can hear, my assistant is going off here. So got in there,
600 feet,
picked
turn
it,
left onto Underpass Way.
picked the order up. It was ready, sitting behind the counter, so it was a quick in and out, 2 minutes, but we got 17 minutes ahead of us. But the good news is we started this order at 6:50. 17 minutes takes us to 7:06, 7:13. So we will still have well over an hour left to get a few more orders in. So we are now, realistically speaking, probably not going to make 10 orders today, which is a little bit surprising to me, but maybe it's because we were targeting a number that was too high. Maybe it was because I took lunch. Maybe it was because, who knows, right? I think some of it was because, you know, in the parameters of the challenge, I wasn't turning anything down. That was $10 or $1 a mile. That $1 a mile is the thing that I think got us, because we had too long of a drive on that Papa John's pizza order. Nothing on the way back. Dead time, dead miles, killer to everything. Anyways, we're not gonna fret or get upset, but we're going to just learn from it, right? But anyways, that's what we're learning from. That, yes, that does make a difference, but we've got some time now. Our focus is dialing it up and tying it up and getting at least $100 net profits out of today. I don't think we should have a problem crossing the $100 gross line. At 70% expense ratio, if that holds, we're gonna probably need about $137 gross to do that. And we're a little bit far away from that. With this particular order, we're gonna be at about $87. That means we're gonna need some help. We're gonna need some catering. We're gonna need something big in our next couple of orders to really take this thing home and bring it across with a consolation finish of hitting our net profit goal. But that's all in the future. Let's focus on getting this order done, getting this order finished, getting this order delivered, and then we will focus on what happens next. But I have some good feelings, good vibes, feeling about where we're going, that we have the ability to make that happen. We'll see, of course. You know, the app gods have to as well agree. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, we're on the way. Like I said, we've got now about 15 minutes to go. What is up, guys? Dad Dash. So real quick here, I didn't expect my flash to come on here, which I know I'm not supposed to be driving around with my flash on a camera, but we did complete that order. It's been a little bit. I've gotten a few orders, fielded a few orders since we completed the order. I had to stop off, use the restroom real quick, and we still haven't got anything. But that order was a $31 order value. but we have not gotten the orders. Now, we got a couple orders that if I wasn't holding myself to my minimums, I would probably have considered doing, but unfortunately, you know, I'm trying to hold to the minimums that I set for myself, and that's what I want to do. So we're going to stay true to the experiments that we're doing, but we're going to keep plugging. I'm on my way now. I decided I stayed up in this area for a little while. I'm going to head back towards the home base and see if we can pick up something along the way. All right, guys, DoorDash back here with an update. So I'm sitting here at Sheets. Stopped off here because it's a good spot for internet and everything in the area, and I needed to just do a couple things with my personal phone. Been getting some absolutely terrible orders. This is I didn't think it was going to be this hard, guys, to find a $10 order going at least $1 a mile or better, and apparently it is. It's been terrible, man. So many. Now, there's been some orders that were below that level that, you know, maybe would have turned into stacks. I mean, last night I was seeing that. So I probably have left, I mean, I know I've left some money on the table that I, you know, if I was willing to follow more miles, but I thought there's got to be, like, it can't be that bad to find a $10 plus order, and it seems it is. So I'm gonna head deeper down into the belly of the beast, down this down the way here, and see if I can trigger an order, because I'll tell you what, it seems to be very difficult up in these parts to get an order that is $10 and going, you know, that is not less than $1 a mile, which you wouldn't think would be that difficult. No catering order offers have come through. Here we go. We got an offer. Let's see. Maybe I spoke it into existence here. Let's see what we got here. And we got an Oishi sushi, $20, 14.9 miles. It's not catering, but it'll do, I guess. It's going to be a long ride, but it is what it is, guys. It's part of what we're going to do here. We're going to take it because that is what we have committed to. So we're going to go ahead and take it, accept that, and head over to the sushi restaurant. Maybe they're stacking us with something else. We'll see. Looks like 2.6 of those 14 miles are to the restaurant, so we're going to go about 12 miles, and then we got to ride all those miles back. This has been the day, man. I think we picked the wrong market to do this in. Should have shifted markets, didn't do it, stayed around, got baited into the shop. You know, reflecting back on that, I may regret that decision. But anyways, hey, live here, turn the camera on, got what will probably be the last, no, it's going to be the last order of the day because it's 8:02. So I'm anticipating this order will probably end sometime a little after 8:30, and then the rest will just be riding back home. Bunch of dead miles. Might turn the app on and see if there's something I can get going through, but I really can't do that because I've got other things I've committed to doing after 8:30 today. So I've got to head directly home after this. So I guess we're going to get 6 out of 10 orders completed today, and we're going to end up making, I guess I'm at $89. We're going to make $119. So we'll go over the stats and what all that looks like. So let's get over to the restaurant, guys. I'll see you there and get this final order picked up. What's up, guys? DoorDash here, coming to you with the wrap up. So we did get that order delivered, and we didn't get any orders on the way home. I think when I got close, I got like 2 offers, and then now I have since turned my DoorDash app off, so it is off. We are crossing the bridge into my home state. We are done for the day, and we're gonna go over some numbers. So I have the little dome light on, but I'm gonna turn my dome light off because I'm gonna throw the numbers up and we're gonna talk about them. I figured I could talk about it in the dark. Wouldn't have the dome light on for a minute when I said something to you at the beginning, but let's jump into the numbers, make this quick. So, all right. So what do we, it's pretty brutal. I mean, it's pretty brutal. We're just gonna call it a brutal day. And I'm gonna give you some thoughts, but I'm gonna tell you the insights I got from today. So I think, you know, you have a day like today where you experiment with a thought process and you walk away with some really good insight, and that's what I did today. What I lost in money, I gained in knowledge. So that's how we're going to take this. But obviously with it raining and everything, I expected a lot more out today. I thought we would get bigger orders and bigger tips, but it wasn't to be. So we worked. What did we work? We began our experiment with our first order at around 2 o'clock, 2:04. Went to 3:40. I stopped, ate lunch for an hour. Got started again at 4:39, ended at 8:37. So we worked in total 5.57 hours, so 5.5 hours, or 334 minutes. What did that come out to? $19.63 order value. A $19.63 order value. Not great, not strong, well below $20. I never want to drop below 20. I drop below 20. But the interesting thing is this kind of falls in with when I do a DoorDash only day. This seems to be where DoorDash wants to pull my numbers in this particular market, the Hagerstown market, and that is the only market I worked. I didn't market hop. I didn't go across like I said I was going to. We did a total of 6 dashes. We had a total average per order of $18.21, but here's where the problem was. Our average per minutes out. Now this is not delivery minutes. This is our average in total the time we were out waiting for orders and available to work. We worked 56 minutes per order. When we really needed, again, we needed to pull that below probably about 38, 39 would have been perfect. Or if we would have been close to 30, even, we would have been sitting at well over $30 an hour. So the issue was wait time, because when you diagnose the problem, you go in there and look, well, what was the overall problem? The problem was we worked at a work rate of 65%. Now, how much did we actually work out of that 334 minutes? Well, let me tell you, we worked 217 minutes. So not enough work, right, for the time we were available to work. And some of that was spent driving, as you're going to see the secondary problem of that, which was the one-sidedness of the orders. Now, we ended up with a $30.21 average delivery value. Our offered miles, we made $109 for 61.7 offered miles at $1.72 a mile. Now that's still south of $2. I like that number to be $2 to $3, somewhere in the $2 to $3 range. All right, and it wasn't. And we made, I don't know if I mentioned this, we made $109.25 in total for the day. So not at all close to the 200 I was hoping to generate. That's gross revenue. And we're going to get into the cash flow here in a second. So, well short of what I was expecting. Now, our dead mile cost, we ended up costing ourselves 88 cents a mile in dead mileage. So therein it was the problem. Remember, the experiment today was accept all orders $10 or higher at $1 or more per mile. My expectation was, with a nice high acceptance rate, which by the way, I'm down to 80%, by the way, on my acceptance rate today. Which my hope was that was going to be able to allow us to see bigger orders. We'd have no problem going as low as $1 a mile. I normally don't like to go below $1.40 on accepted miles, but I was willing to go down and get aggressive at $1. And you see, that didn't work very well for me. Still couldn't meet the metrics. And as a result, when you do go that low, you end up with nothing covering your return. And that's going to be reflected in this absolutely god-awful. It reminds me of the equivalence of when I was going after Top Dasher. I was at 84 cents per mile today. Let that sink in a minute. 84 cents. I cherry-picked my actual. Now, remember, my accepted miles, $1.72. My actual miles, meaning that's what was reflected on the app, 84 cents. I guarantee you a lot of your all's actual mileage, if you're going off of actual miles and not the what did you accept on your screen versus what did you make, you're going to see an issue there as well. It's only when I started paying attention to this did I start making adjustments and did I start strategizing against this. Now, so what did I learn? I learned in this instance here that you're going to have to mix. You're going to have to either attack it with large order programs, which did not come through today at all. I did not one large order program. Or you're going to have to get shops, or you're going to have to multi-app and have other apps there to help you with that. Or you're going to have to go low. You're going to have some sort of measurement for an under $10 mile and let those smooth your mileage out, keep you in an area, finance your wait time, and you got to have a good mix and a good balance. And that is where I'm going to come into and leave you with this today. But first, let's do one last thing and talk about cash flow. Cash flow. $109.25 gross, $9 in taxes, $13 to the car expense fund, $9.44 in actual gas cost, for a total cash flow shift profit loss of $77.81. That's what we retained. Now, interestingly enough, we came in 4% higher on our expense ratio because, well, I have a fixed cost for taxes, and we're also getting a write-off in there that's being factored on all the miles. So we're getting, the 65 and a half cents a mile off of our tax dollars. So the more we're traveling, the less taxes we're paying. But in the end, obviously we're driving more miles. I'm setting aside an extra 10 cents besides what the government's giving me to offset my taxes. So there is a case to potentially be made when you're looking at trying to find out balance between miles, taxes, and everything else. But you got to be setting money aside. You got to be taking some of that and putting it back if the government's giving it to you, because that's your cash. That's the value of your vehicle that's going to be coming back to you as a deduction. Anyways, I'm not an accountant. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just saying something to pay attention to. So today we ended up with an actually decent expense ratio, even though we drove at 84 cents a mile. Take from that what you would. But overall today, how do we sum this up? What did we learn from today? Right? What did we learn from today? And I'll turn this back on. What we learned from today, in my opinion, is this. We have to have a strategy below that amount. That there's two things that I would set in effect. Number one, $1 a mile is not going to necessarily work from a standpoint of protecting you, even if you're at a high dollar amount. Say you accept $15 for 14 miles. If you're going to a place that requires return miles, you've got to deal with that issue. So setting an experiment. I did an experiment because I wanted to collect the data on those type of orders. So obviously you're going to have some guidelines set above $10. And one of the ways you can do that is saying, look, $1.40 a mile. I think $1, which I'm going to do an experiment and see how that plays out. $1.40 a mile above $10. And basically it's going to, I think, line up as accept all orders $1.40 a mile and $10 or more. And accept any orders below $10 that have a $2 or better miles to money that are above, we're going to say $4.25, and see how that plays out, and see what the day looks like, and see what the metrics. I think I would have had an improved potential day because I would have filled the gaps. Now, and my average order size would have come down, but I think it would have probably come down to maybe around $12, $13, $14 in order. I would have gotten my 10 orders in quicker, and I'd be sitting at anywhere from $120 to $140. And then let's just say, okay, do the math on that. If I could get 10 orders done in say 4.5 to 5 hours, hey, we could get $200 in and well less than $200 gross revenue, well less than 8 hours. So that's a factor. But anyways, guys, that's my takeaway. It was a very good experiment. I was happy with it. I took a loss, but sometimes you got to take a loss to get a win. So remember that, guys. Don't be afraid to experiment yourself. So as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's video, hit like on the video, share this video if you think there's some value in it. I always say share it with at least one person that you think would get value. And as always, guys, stay safe, stay profitable, and Dad Dash, of course, will be talking to you soon.